Hello everybody, Iain Robson here, welcome back to Baldeykino. Alright, what's going on today, or I should say a couple of things. I always say it so fast. Anyways, as you can see we have canola that is ready to be harvested. We finished harvesting field 8 with the sunflowers, and that's the reason why we have $227,000 right now. I already have the truck ready to go, and we'll just go ahead and fire up this guy right here. And let's get started. So we're going to do a little bit of, there we go, going to do a little bit of a canola harvest, and I'm going to move this guy out of the way right now. There we go. That seems a bit loud. I'm going to turn that down a smidgen. There we go. Excellent. So we're going to do a headland, and once again, and then we'll come back around and just go up and down the field. It's funny, but I've been playing a lot with soil mod lately, I realized, and I'm just like going through. I'm like, wow, we have a lot of like, because I'm playing on this map with soil mod, Blickling with soil mod, on the server it's also with soil mod. So it's just kind of, I just realized that I've been doing a lot of soil mod stuff lately, and I started doing a little bit of BGA stuff too, which has been a lot of fun. I like the BGA extension. It's a pretty cool mod, and I don't think people use it as often as they could. I guess it depends on the person. So everyone's a little bit different. I think it's a great little mod, the BGA extension. Although I have been messing around with it, and I've run into a random problem, and let me know if you know the answer to this question. So I've been messing around with the BGA extension on the server a little bit, and for whatever reason, the display number of how big the bunker actually is for whatever reason like capped at 20k or 20,000, and it doesn't show the number going over that. And I don't know if there's a particular reason why it's not showing higher than 20,000. Like, does it just not accept stuff, or does it accept stuff and just not display that it's accepting it? No, it's been kind of strange, and I don't know the reason why. I don't know why it did that. I think it might be partially because I put a whole bunch of grain in there, so I put the solids up in the a little bit too high in the bunker itself. So I think that's part of the reason why it just went and kind of stopped at 20k. So I don't know if that's the reason or not, but it does give you a considerable amount of money. I forget how much money that actually gives you, but it's quite a lot when you when you look at the numbers. Like on a server, it seems like and it's a constant trickle of money, which is really nice. Which is the reason why I think it's such a cool mod, because it costs money to start it up, but it also, you have to kind of keep an eye on it all the time. So on the server it's a bit different though, I discovered, because like you have to kind of like let people know, I'm like, hey, don't forget to feed the bunker at 8 o'clock, or feed the BG at 8 o'clock, because it's the only time when it'll actually run, right? So anyways, as you can see, our moisture levels are low. Wow, I didn't realize the moisture was that low in this field. I thought it was higher than that. No, apparently it's a lot lower. Maybe it's just the edge. Sometimes what happens is the edges will be really bad, and then as you get around to the center, it's not so bad. But we have nutrients is X11, X10, X11, and then, yeah, so the moisture is varying between 20 and 30%, it looks like, depending on where we are in the field. So, like I said, it might just be the edges, because often the edges get neglected. So maybe that once we get into the center, it'll be better. So, we'll see. Also, having the Satgudunga, or I think however you're supposed to say that, the seed facility, having that set up in the map is awesome. It makes a big difference with soil mod, because it kind of mitigates your costs quite a bit. Because without it, it does make things slightly expensive. So if you're playing on hard, it makes it, really difficult. But lately I've been playing on normal, and that seems to be a nice kind of in the middle. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, I was like, what's going on there? Apparently the pipe was hitting the telephone pole, and that wasn't an obvious thing for me. I just leave it out most of the time, but I guess that's a scenario where I shouldn't have left it out. Anyways, Have any of you tried the this Rosso Match combine? It's actually quite nice. I wish the header was a bit bigger than this, because you know, this is only like, I think it's a 9-meter header if memory serves, something like that. So it's not super huge, and I think it could be we could benefit from having a larger header. That's for sure. That's me driving through the field, forgetting that I can't do that. Because if I do, I will ruin the crops. I think I was from spraying. I think I sprayed a little bit down there. So here's 40% here. So yeah, I think it just depends on where we are on the field. So like here on the edges of the field, the yield isn't so good, and I think that's pretty normal for an actual farm. Like the edges of the field aren't necessarily the most profitable in terms of yield. They don't yield you the most, sort of thing. So, and that's the way it goes. All right, 40%. Get the pipe back out, because that truck's gonna start following us again soon. Get this little part right here. I don't know why it did it like that, but there we go. Finish this up. Also, I think what I might have to do is, instead of putting manure down once again, because if you have, it's strange, because if you have your nutrient levels too high, you can actually decrease your yield as well. So what I think I might do is I might not put down any fertilizer or any manure this time around, and then what I'll do this time is I will no, moisture level's still really low out here. That's not good. That's killing our yield a little bit. That's not good at all. It should be a bit better than that around here, but it's not. Maybe in the middle, I don't know. Let's check. Let's just see what in the middle of the field. No, 14%. No, I really should have sprayed water out here. Nope, the moisture is always what gets me, it seems like. Alright, anyways, let's continue. I don't know why it does that. Well, I know why it does that. It's because we have a whole bunch of really warm days, and it's the same thing that happens in real life. Although it doesn't rain very often in Farm Sim, so I guess I could theoretically make it rain, so to speak. I feel like I should have like some sort of GIF come up right now with some guy throwing money or something like that, saying "Make it rain." If you have any idea what the heck I'm talking about, you'll probably laugh. But if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you're like, I don't get it, Ian. Which is fine. Just fine. Not everybody's gonna get that reference. So yeah, it's 28% down here. I don't know what I did. Actually, you know what that part is? It's because that part didn't. No, I never did. I wonder what it is. That's strange. Oh well. Should have put moisture down here. This is kind of the fun part about soil mod, I think, because you have to like keep these things in mind and be like, oh right, I shouldn't have done that, or I should have done that. So like next time, like I said before, I probably won't put down any manure, and then I'll just put down PK with a spray, and then that should increase. That should keep our levels at a nice rate. But I definitely will have to put down some moisture to bring up the moisture levels. Can't believe I missed that. This is where crop scouting comes into play, by the way, and making sure all your crops are set up properly and making sure you have the appropriate levels. It's kind of interesting to balance it out sometimes, because sometimes you can get like the perfect numbers, and other times it's not the perfect numbers. So it's kind of interesting to see how it all plays out in the end. 1 second, coffee break. It's only my third coffee today, I swear. I'll probably will have one and a half more, or maybe a half more after this. Honestly, I've been trying to decrease my coffee consumption, but it's that hasn't been working very well, apparently. Hasn't been working very well at all. So I think what we'll do is let me just check the prices real quick while we're just here. Canola's low, corn is up. That's a good hide. Let's see here. Canola is at double price. Is it? That would be awesome if it were double priced. Let's see. At the sea, it's double priced, 1.6 for 6 hours. But we don't have any canola, but that's less than 10.56, 63, is it? 10.37, yeah, that's actually a lot less. 10.37 is less than the regular price. So the Getreide is where I really want the great demand, but unfortunately we don't have a great demand there, so. Ah well. And we have lots of dairy cows though. Dairy cows are good because they've been making us quite a bit of money. I don't know, I don't think you can separate your finances out based on. So we have a loan, as you can see, and does it show? I think it would be under harvest income or other. I think it's other actually, so like that gives you an idea of how much money we have made from the cows alone. I think it's like 40,000 a night or something like that. It's quite a lot. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. It's been doing us well. And they have been producing, where is it? Cows. Chickens, cows. So if you, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it says they're at 120%. We have 116 cows now. I bought a couple more cows last time around, so that's probably partially the reason why we're making a good chunk of change from the milk as well. Now theoretically I could put it through the homogenized milk machine. I think we have that on this map. I don't remember now. Possibly? Yeah, I don't know if we do or not actually, now that I think about that. I thought we did, but I don't think we do. Not in this one, at least. Anyway, so we could do that because it is a placeable, and you could increase the amount of money you get for homogenized milk. But I find it's a bit of a pain because it's like a lot of like individual handling of stuff, and it's like, really? There we go. Not too bad. We're not. Yeah, that moisture is really killing our yield. That's a bit unfortunate, but of course, you know, the slight acidity isn't helping either. So pH is what really hurts your yield. It can really decrease the amount you can get from it. So at least that's what I've found. There we go. Oh, that tractor's still running. I should probably turn that off. 1 second. There we go. It's funny, I'm playing on the server. What's been really weird is like getting out of the tractor and getting back in the tractor and having the tractor like start up again is really strange. I'm not used to that at all. Just because I played so much with single player without having the whole like turn your tractor off type of thing. There we go. Hit up the GPS now. Try and be as efficient as possible. Very nice. It's a pretty nice little combine. I wish, like I said before, I wish the header were a bit bigger, but 12 meters would be ideal on this type of farm, but for the two fields we have right now, the two smaller fields, it's not so bad. I think we might get field 1 next, which isn't that expensive, I'm fairly certain of that. And that's because it's Russia. Apparently the land in Russia is really cheap. But on like Tungstorf right now, the price of like buying a field is like a lot more expensive than this one. A lot. Alright. Make that turn. There we go. Man, draft control makes your life so much easier. Like being able to, instead of having to like, you know, for example, like when you want to lift the header or lower the header, normally you have to go and select the header, then lift it, and then go back to your main combine so you can put the pipe in and out. With the drive control mod, you can set it so you have a specific button to raise the front implement and a specific button to lower the rear implement, and I think that's fantastic. You don't realize how helpful it is until you're like with a combine, for example, you're like, oh, that makes your life so much easier. Yeah, I may have to put some pH down. I have to check the soil mod reference sheet now. I'm totally tabbed out of game right now, but I'll still talk. So I'm gonna look for the soil mod reference sheet, which I think is in here. Soil mod reference. I've had it up for like the last few days, and I totally took it down. So pH level, we're at 6, I think. 6, just 6 even, I think, is what we're at. Yeah, so we're actually losing a little bit of yield. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. And that's gonna play into our losses a little bit. 6.2 is 90% and 5 is 80%. So we're getting like 85% on this. So we may have to put some lime down, which we haven't actually done yet. I think we have a lime spreader. So we'll have to put some lime down, I think, actually, in order to... I'm just going to get this little section right here. Put some lime down in order to curb that pH level sliding lower. Because as soon as your pH goes low, like, I'll read the numbers out loud for you real quick. So if you have 8.5% or 8.5 pH, you have a 50% yield. If you have 8.1, it's 80% yield. Okay, and then 7.5 is 90, 6.8 is 100. And then if you go to 6.2, it drops down 10%. And if you go to 5.8 pH, it drops down to 80%. And then 5.6 is 70. So it's a big drop really quick in comparison to other things. There we go. Let's get this little section here. Yeah, so pH can really affect your yield. And it does in real life too, right? So it makes sense that it would as well in the game. The truck's having a heck of a time. It's like, where am I going? Where am I going? As you're driving around in circles, basically. Oops. How did I miss the last little bit there? I got too excited and pulled up. Lifted the header a little bit too soon there. That's fine. We're going to get this little section, and then we'll continue on the main part here. There we go. So yeah, this is where, like, I don't know, it's funny, like, you technically don't need a bigger header when you have only 2 fields. But you'll definitely notice the difference when you do have that bigger header. It makes this type of task, like, super, super, super quick. And you're just like, bloop, done. It's awesome. This looks so bad right now. That's fine, though. No one's watching, right? Oh, goodness. Alright, let's get this little bit right here. And it's funny, during the stream the other day when I was streaming on the server, Will commented on my my epic raking skills, and he was like, yeah. You know you're supposed to lift the rake at the end of the field, and I'm like, yeah, I know. I just got lazy and stopped doing it, is what it boiled down to. Alright, let's get back on the main part here. Also, 2 headlands is important. It gives you enough maneuverability or maneuvering space. And without that, it kind of makes it a bit more interesting. Now the truck's going to drive straight towards us, and then we're going to drive past it. It's going to stop. No, it's not. Usually what happens is it'll stop right there, and it'll decide, hey, I need to do this, so... whatever. Just making that turn. I do like that truck. I was actually kind of surprised that it worked so well with Courseplay, because a lot of those types of trucks don't, which is unfortunate, but it's the way it works. So what I want to do is I want to fire up the BJ on this map. I think, wow, the pigs are worth a lot. $24,000. Actually, that's more than 24,000. It's like 24 million. Something's wrong. So we have potatoes. We're actually running out of potatoes. We're kind of low on potatoes. Because I've been feeding the potatoes to the cows, and that has really, really cut into to the amount of potatoes we actually were able to grow. I think what I might do is, let me just check. I don't know if I have the other... I don't have any planters, so it doesn't make a difference. I've been renting seeders so far and just been planting using a rented seeder, yeah. Okay. So what I'll do probably is I think we'll sell a little bit I think what I'll do is I'll just finish up this pass, and then I'll hire a worker. Because the truck and the combine can, you know, work together and they'll be fine. We don't need GPS up anymore, and then we'll sell. We'll just get this lined up. There we go. This truck will work actually. And so this is like exactly the same truck as the one that's out there. The only difference is it's a semi, and the other one is a and the other one is a rigid body truck, I think they would call it, or something. I'm not an expert. Still haven't got the fuel to work properly for that steamed potato machine there, so that's unfortunate. So I was thinking about planting potatoes, but I might plant sugar beets because I haven't got that machine working yet. Oh, that camera thing is so cool on this. Like when you go through like those little areas, and then you see the camera move along. I think that's just it's such a cool mod. I don't know if it's. I think it's part of the actual truck itself, and a few mods have it now. Like there's this one that has it. The class 850 Axions have it now as well, and it's really neat. So I could sell a load of wheat. We don't really have enough. What's the price of wheat like though? Wheat is kind of mediocre. We don't have enough canola for me to do a full load yet. Yeah, I think we'll have to sell. Corn's low too. Yeesh. 427 at the Gertrude. Wheat or the Gertrude. Barley? We don't have any barley, do we? No. Maybe I should plant some barley soon then. Alright, let's grab a load of wheat. See, right there, when you go through like a little area like that, I think that's so neat. So wheat, and we're taking the wheat to the Getreide, I think we decided, or I decided. C, no. Yep. Getreide Ag, which is down there again. So we'll sell this load, and that should give us 14,000 at least, which will be enough for to fire the BGA. And basically, I think we have everything we need for the BGA at this point. All right, make a big turn here. I still never found out where you're supposed to store the sunflowers, because it's definitely not here. It must be somewhere else, because as you can see, the pictures right there do not denote any kind of sunflowers. Does this have a cover? I forget if it does or not. I think it does. Nope, maybe not this one. Alright. Take a wide turn here. In reality, it doesn't matter because those gates aren't collidable. But I think this truck, I mean, it really does look like a neat truck. And the sounds that come with it too are even good. Like, all in all, really, it's a really well put together pack. Maybe you're supposed to store the, I don't think, this is just storage. Let's just check real quick. I believe this is just a storage area down here. Oh, no, maybe it is, that's for seeds? Oh, there's a seed storage here, and this is lime, I guess. I guess I could have. I guess you need to do it manually. These are bunkers, I'm assuming, and I'm fairly certain that's what they are. Oh, so you can store them over here, and there's a seed. Is this a purchasing location? No, it just looks that way. Okay, but there's a lime, seeds, and this must be something else, which I don't know what it is. It's not the sunflower location, but that's where you sell the sand right there. If you want to do the whole sand selling thing. Very cool. Alright, let's go to the Getreide. And I like how you hear the truck on this. It actually ramps up a little bit. You hear like the engine like go up a gear, so to speak. Oh, there's another slurry tank place. And the other reason why I want to get the BGA up and running is because slurry is important. So if you're running into manure problems, then you can put slurry down and vice versa. And slurry also increases your moisture levels, whereas manure doesn't. Not unless you just leave it unprocessed, which is a waste of manure. Alright, no flashing lights, this is good. And the Getreiden Ag is right just to the left up here. There we go. Make this turn. Open sesame. There we go. And this is that drive-through one. Okay. I don't think this truck likes this drive-through area right here, if memory serves. Like, this was one of the areas where, like, you would drive your truck through here, and it didn't like this particular trailer because this is like a side tip trailer. There we go. Let's find out. I totally forget. There we go. Put the parking brake on. Well, maybe it wasn't this trailer then. I think it was one of the other ones. I think it was the Ago ones that we had. No, it doesn't like this one very much either. Alright, 240,000. That was the number we were looking for. Nice. Alright, let's head out. Autobots, roll out. Alright, so what we're going to do now is, I think what we'll do is we'll stop the episode there for now. And then next episode we will fire up the BGA, I think. Because we have just about everything we need for that already. Because we already have silage / manure at the BGA already. That's right, not left. And that was from, of course, spreading the manure last time, so it'll make our lives a little bit easier. And then we shall go from there. So what I'll just pull over here and we'll end the episode right here in the middle of the town. Wow, such a beefy looking truck and it has a lame horn. Go figure. You would think it would sound better than that, but I guess not. Anyways, folks, that'll be it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Baldeykino. And if you did, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for some more Baldeykino. My name's Iain Robson, and I'll catch you guys later.